What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we back again for another episode review of the Ultimatum Season 3, Episode 7. Girl, this ain't gonna be long. This ain't gonna be long. Baby, at the end of the day, I want everybody to break up because this episode got on my nerves because everybody is trying each other. Girl, first of all, I done found a picture of Caleb. Caleb! Is Caleb all the way white? No shade. He look a little biracial. He's biracial, boy. He looks a little biracial. Or he mixed with something. I don't know. I seen the picture of him and he got curly hair and it was long. And I said, excuse me, Mr. Caleb. All right. Okay. It's the time for them to get back together. Okay. It's time to switch back to your partners, right? I'ma just say this. Okay, I could not sit there in front of everybody and let everybody hear how my partner feels either about me or about the person that they was with. Okay, just like when they did the switch off at the beginning and now they doing the switch back and they had to listen to all that at the beginning and now I got to listen to this too. Girl, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Get me out of here. Or do one-on-ones, like couple on couple on couple. Like, I couldn't do it. Because the way JR was speaking about Sandy in front of Zaina's face, girl, I would have got up and I would have hit him in the throat. Okay, I'm sorry. I would have excuse me. Do you not see me sitting here? Girl, he just... Miss Mariah. Me and Mariah go back like babies with pacifier. No, you don't. You still got a pacifier in your mouth. I don't know what's going on with Miss Mariah. And after seeing her and Caleb's little communication together, they don't need to be together. That would annoy the heck out of me. All of the stuff that she was doing. I don't know. So we get the change back, right? Nick and Vanessa, they irk me so bad. They irk me so bad. They be trying to talk. First of all, Nick, at this point, I'ma just need you to just sit there and be quiet and be the atmosphere. Because Vanessa gonna take it home all the time. She gonna take over it and she be like, and I just wanna know, how does it feel hearing what they gotta say? Given the fact that you were the one that brought them here and all that. Don't talk to me like that, okay? Don't talk to me like you actually care. Okay? You just want to be nosy. But anyway, so we get up into it. And did y'all see when they got into the car? And they was getting into the car. So I think this was the end of episode 6. And when Sandy and JR got into the car, she was like, oh my God, look what you got on. You look good. I was like, yeah, you look good too. I said, oh my goodness, can y'all stop? She was like, I never seen this before. Talking about his suit jacket, his velour. Y'all, I was just like, what? What? And then somebody found some stuff and found JR stuff. And, JR used to be a little chubby. And then he got himself in shape. And all of it starts to make sense now, okay? So, yeah, it makes sense now a whole lot more now that I know that aspect of it all. But at the same time, JR is playing in Zaina's face. Scotty, you have major issues, and we have established this already. For Zaina to sit there, she was talking about how the relationship, because they had them go around and discuss how did their trial marriage go within these past 3 weeks, right? And so at this point, Zaina was like, everything was cool. I was really about mine. We was all to the good. We was homies. We was everything, right? But then that last week, at the guys' night, he came up in there and I ain't never see that side of him. He just flipped, okay? And the same thing that Zaina was saying about him was the same thing that Arya eventually said about him as well. He don't want to take or listen to what people have to say about it. He has a problem with people checking him. He can check other people or he could check his woman, but his woman can't check him. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like the back and forth and the way that he was trying to make it seem like she was being petty. And then here come JR. Oh yeah, petty little Zaina, little petty Zaina came out, huh? He said, nigga, I don't need your, you can be quiet because I don't need your help. I said, JR, you gonna let him talk to you like that? Yeah. I said, what in the world? Because she's like, you accusing me of something, I didn't do it. I'm being accused of something, I didn't do it. Okay, both of them should have just been like, well, I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing. Okay, well, that's what the word is. So, if you say you didn't do it, and then you didn't do it, so we're going to move on from that. But they can't do that. When they started talking about Caleb and Arya's situation, exactly what I said. Oh, why am I? Exactly what I said when about them coming into the relationship or the situation, and they starting off as to getting to know each other instead of just trying to jump into a relationship. Started off as strangers, become friends, and then feelings develop, right? So basically, from Arya's standpoint, Caleb and the way that he responds to things and the way that he was in this marriage is what she would want and finds attractive in a mate to marry. Someone who actually cares about what she has to say. What? My mama, hold on. Let me turn that down for somebody. Oh my God. Anyway, cares about what she got to say, right? And, don't respond with so much aggression and everything. I don't like when some of the couples be talking, especially with Arya and Scotty, because they talk over each other. They cut each other off. And I'm like, this is why y'all not going to get anywhere, because y'all just won't stop and listen to what the other person is trying to say. And I'm just like, Scotty, this is the second person that basically is saying that you have a problem. And we're not trying to say that Arya is not a problem either. Arya has her ways. But is Arya's ways on display the same way that Scotty's ways are on display? Absolutely not. Okay? She's not perfect by far. But Scotty, you got issues, okay? Oh, my state ID. Anyway, so you got issues already. Everybody is saying the same thing. You are it's like you're very quick to anger. You're very, very quick to anger. And it's almost as if you feel as though people are attacking you when they're just trying to get clarification. They're trying to understand. They're trying to defend themselves. And they're just trying to have a normal conversation with you and get to the bottom of things, whatever, and not get to the point where it's so much aggression and so much anger and we don't know where to go from here. They had that little sit down in that little park or whatever. No, I don't. My mama getting on my nerves. Have you updated your ID? Girl, I will do it later. It ain't even expired yet. Anyway, and when Arya was trying to tell him how she felt when they had that little picnic sitting down there, he really wasn't trying to hit it, if you ask me. It's like, honestly, no one really wants to hear the negative about themselves. So I understand that. But it just felt like her telling him how she felt was going in one ear and out the other. And what I feel like what he got out of that is the fact that he still hopped on this or harping on this whole situation with Caleb about whether or not they got feelings for each other. Do you think he got feelings for you? Do you got feelings for him? And all that. And I was like, what does it matter at this point? That's not what you should be focusing on, really, especially if she's not bringing it up. You already just said you didn't feel like it was any chemistry there. She said it could have been some romantic feelings or whatever, meaning, and I feel like in the sense of, if they was doing a relationship, this is what she would want. You know what I'm saying? And that's what she's looking for out of him. But 9 out of 10, you're not going to get that out of him. Now, when Mariah going to ask her at that table, do you got feelings for him or something like that? And I'm just sitting here like, girl, why do you... You brought him here. Okay, so you can't feel no type of way. I'm just saying, you brought him here, so this is all on you. You know, if he did develop some feelings, because she was not so overbearing, and she gives me micromanaging tease, you know, and I can't help. I hate when people just micromanage a situation. Mariah gives me that, whereas Arya was just giving, you know. Granted, maybe it's because they didn't know each other, right? And so they didn't have that much time to get to develop and see who everybody truly really is. But it felt like he had a sense of calm, a sense of, I don't have to be stressed out about this girl asking me this, and trying to pressure me to do this, and da. Okay? And that's why Mariah felt a little threatened. Mariah was insecure. You know, of course, Scotty was a little insecure about it too, because he felt like some feelings was there. You know, he said early in the season, ain't no way in hell you're going to be talking to somebody and you ain't got no feelings talking about Caleb. Maybe he didn't have no feelings like that because maybe that's not really that's his type or whatever, but everybody, just because somebody is pretty, just because somebody is beautiful, does not mean everybody's going to have feelings towards that person automatically on a romantic or sexual tip. You can be pretty, you can be beautiful, you could be drop dead gorgeous, and that doesn't mean that somebody is going to be sexually attracted to you like that or romantically attracted. There is an attraction of friendship. You know what I'm saying? But do I feel like they develop some type of feelings? Yes, some type of feelings that could be easily go into romantic feelings if they were around each other long enough. And I do like to see them two together, right? I want them two to switch, okay? Arya needs to find somebody else. When they got back to their place and they was already, girl, she was down his back. She wanted to know what was up with him and Arya, okay? I asked her this and I want to know this, and he was over it. Oh, you don't want to talk and all this stuff. Well, listen, I would have walked away too. I'm sorry. All of that nagging, and if I've already told you what it is, please don't keep on asking me, because that is going to get me to give you an attitude. And one thing about it, I do not like being upset, especially with the person I'm in the relationship with. I don't want to raise my voice. I try not to do that. I don't want to be intimidated. I don't want none of that, okay? So please, one of my pet peeves is people keep on questioning. Please do not do that. Please do not do that. You know, this, and that ain't even really what the episode was really focusing on. Nick, JR, and Sandy, and Zanya. Xana, let me tell you this. Dump him. Dump him. They was at that table. Nick was talking about how he crashed out because of all of the whole stuff that was going on, and he was by himself, and then, you know, seeing that her and JR had this connection and he wasn't really expecting that. Okay, fine. When JR and Caleb and them got into it, I said, oh, Caleb, what's going on? I was like, Caleb, you be quiet too, okay? Because JR basically said, this has nothing to do with you, because they was talking about how Nick kept on coming over and what he did when he came over to the house, and then how he was responding when he, at the boys' night, or I should say guys' night, and he did apologize or whatever. Caleb was like, he apologized, it seemed sincere, but you just kept on doing the most with him. JR said, you need to be quiet, okay? Because this ain't got nothing to do with you. You was not there. You don't know the full extent as exactly what was going on. And on the one hand, both of them are right. JR was doing a little bit much, but I understood why. Caleb is correct too. He was doing much. But at the same time, like JR said, you were not there and you did not experience what was going on, okay? Nick, you crashed out, all right? You were doing the absolute freaking most, all right? And then you got Sandy there crying and talking about how you just made my life a living hell. Doing this whole thing, it was just so dramatic. And you're coming over and you're stalking me and you're doing all of this and you're calling and you're texting me like 100+ times a day. Girl, I would have went home. I would have said, JR, bang me out and let me get on this plane, okay? Because it is over. I am tired of him, okay? Because that is a sign. If he doing all of this, it's just like you're love bombing me and you're doing all of this other stuff, and I just can't. I said, now what you got to say, Caleb? What you gotta say now? Let these people figure their stuff out. They ain't interjecting on your stuff, okay? Let them figure it out, because you was not there. We was there for a little bit of it. You know what I'm saying? Do I feel like they was egging him on? Yeah, I feel like they was egging him on. I'm talking about JR and Sandy. But at the same time, you was doing it too. I put all of that on Nick, because Nick, you brought her on here. So what did you expect to happen? What did you expect to happen? You thought she was going to be sitting up there like a nunnery? Girl, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay? But baby, when JR starts speaking about how it was with Sandy and how she's the perfect woman and she's this and she's that, and she just make me laugh, and we did this and we did that, I said, oh my goodness. And I mean cheesing. He cheesing and everything. I said, right in front of your woman, right in front of my salad. In front of my salad? You gonna do that in front of my salad? Bitch, let me tell you something, JR, you got the right one. You got a classy lady. You have got a classy lady. Because the way I would have reached over that table and would have pulled them cornrows out, okay? Because what you will not do is talk so lovingly and infatuatably and lustfully about the bitch that you with in front of me. And we supposed to be switching back. And this just supposed to be an experiment. This ain't supposed to be real. And you over here catching feelings. Let me tell you something, JR. You are a liar. You are a liar. JR was lying that whole time. When they left that table and they went to the place back home, Xana, I need you to understand, he definitely got feelings for Sandy. I don't know whether it's romantic. It's probably he just want to F, okay? That's just what it is. And I'm going to need you to be careful, especially if y'all still live in the same city, state and all that stuff. There's a possibility they could be hooking up on the side. I'm not saying it's happening. I'm not saying it's going to happen. But I wouldn't be surprised if that comes out, okay? Because the sexual tension is there, She was like, do you still got feelings for her? Did you have feelings for her? He didn't really say nothing. Every time she was asking him a question about this relationship with Sandy or Sandy in general, the look on his face was telling it all. It was no, but the look was yes, but I don't really want to say it. And I said, oh, he looked like a little boy that got caught taking some cupcakes out the refrigerator when he was supposed to. Okay, that's what he got caught doing, stealing something out the refrigerator. That's what he got caught. Baby, I said, oh, damn, Xana. You crying and he's still feeling and can't even just, oh, I said, child. And then it's when she finds out about the fact, she was crying because she finds out that they kissed twice. So they say. Because they asked at the first, when they was at the table, it was like, yeah, we kissed once or whatever, it was like a peck on the cheek or something, a little peck, and one nut. It was like we both did, you know what I'm saying? And then he tried to say that she initiated the second kiss, and Xana was like, ain't this about a bitch? Ain't this about a bitch? Okay, and I'm just sitting here like, well. And so at this point, it was so crazy how Sandy said all that stuff about Nick at the table, right? But when they go back to their apartment and they leave out, they're all smiling and hugged up on each other. He was like, oh my God, I can't wait to be with you and everything. She's not having sex with that man. You have not seen and been with your man in 3 weeks. And you said you're not going to have sex with him yet? What? Nicholas, she don't want you. She does not want you. And I need you to get that through your head. He was like, I'm so sorry that I made you feel this way. I'm so sorry I made you feel that way. And, when I first saw you, I knew that I was in love with you. You know what I'm saying? And this is not me trying to love on you or anything. It's like, I would do anything for you. And all you got to do is just tell me what I'm doing wrong. And I will stop it and woo, 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 woo. I said, he is doing too, for a 38-year-old man on TV, you are doing a lot. You are doing a lot. He is saying things that I would expect somebody in their 20s in their maybe first real relationship was do. Okay? And I'm talking about early 20s. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just sitting here like, it's scary. He's also scary too. Like I told you, he gives me serial killer taste. He gives me, I go work every day, clock in, clock out. I go hang out with the homies. And I got a body in the basement. I got a deep freezer with at least 2 bodies. Okay, that's what it gives me when I look at Nick, and how he be moving. And so then after everybody get back together, girl, they come together and they see all the couples, they mingling and all that stuff or whatever. Bump all that. Nick and JR was the ones that got into it. Nick and JR, I'm talking about this whole time, but they got at the group night, we found out Nick and JR got the same tattoos. And I'm like, now, JR already had that tattoo. That tattoo quote or whatever that Nick went and got while he was on the show, JR already got that on his hands like this, okay? And I'm sitting here like, Now, he did say he wanted a different one, but he decided on that one. And I said, why did you decide on that one? What made you change your heart so quick? And I was like, oh my God, JR has this. He was like, what, he trying to be like me? That's cool, that's whatever. I get it, you know what I'm saying? I said, oh Lord, this is a lot. This is a mess. But what was more of a mess was the fact that Sandy and JR was sitting there having that conversation. And I don't even need to go through that, okay? All you need to know is he is having real thoughts about being with that girl. Nobody be surprised if he dumps Zaina and he say he want to be with Sandy. And I feel like just because he want to do that, listen and hear me. Let's say it gets to the end where it's the choice, right? He either, this is what I pictured it's going to be a get you gotcha, okay? He going to get up there. Zaina gonna say, I want to be with you. Or it's a possibility she says she want to be with him or not. But he definitely gonna say, I don't want to be with you. I want to be with Sandy. Sandy gonna be like, I want to stay with Nick. That's what it's gonna feel. That's what it's gonna feel. Listen, I want that to happen because JR, maybe I ain't getting it for Zaina or whatever, but she seems like a woman that got all her stuff together. Baby Zaina, I don't know if you go both ways, okay? But if you ever need a friend, I'm pretty sure you got a lot of them, good girlfriends or whatever. But if you ever need a lesbian friend to talk to or whatever, I'm your girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can give you that masculinity. I can give you that femininity. I can give you whatever you need. You know what I'm saying? Just hit me up, because you deserve better. You deserve better. That man is about to leave you for, wow, I would be so upset. No shade, no shade, no shade, no race, no shade, okay? But that'd make me feel some type of goddamn way. You up here leaving me for your fetish? Wow, on TV too? Wow, that gets millions of eyes, multiple times, replay value. Oh, wow, really? But then again, you should have known that could happen because you brought him on the show. But moving on from that, Zaina had a little conversation while Sandy and JR was over there talking. Zaina and Nick was over there talking. And, he apologized for a lot of stuff that went down. I was like, okay, Nick, you decent in that. But she was like, Zaina brought up the fact they kissed twice. She was like, and then that second kiss that they had, she said it so casually because she thought Nick knew about it. And he was like, oh, they kissed twice. Oh, okay. So then we see Nick and Sandy go back to the apartment. And he laying on the couch and everything is all lovey-dovey and all that stuff, making it seem like something. And he was like, Zaina and me had a conversation and, she told me something. And she was like, he said, is there anything you want to tell me? Is there anything you want to tell me that you haven't told me yet? And she was like, what you mean? You talking about the kiss? The second kiss? And he was like, yeah, oh, so it was a second kiss. And I was like, yeah, it happened or whatever, but why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell me? I thought we was telling each other everything, huh? I thought that's what we said was going to do. We was going to tell each other everything. And she was like, she was trying to go through what happened. And so he had to get up and he had to leave, okay? Because he was like, I'm over here talking about I want to marry this girl. Now she over here kissing, and I don't even know. And you're not telling me this stuff? Man, I got to rethink this or whatever. I said, well, Nick, what the did you think was going to happen? On the very first season of the Ultimatum, y'all know that one couple that we did not want to stay together and they wound up staying together and getting pregnant and having kids. And I think they did get married. And they probably still together. The girl, when she went to her trial marriage, what did she do? Fuck the other person that she was with? What did you expect? Nicholas, if that happened in the first season, we are in season 3. And technically it's season 4 because they don't count the season with the lesbians together, with the Ultimatum regular. But, yeah, sir, what did you expect? You better be... And truth be told, I'm pretty sure she lying about that. And what make me feel like she was lying about how far it went, and further makes me feel like they actually had sex, is because he said, when were you going to tell me this? You weren't going to tell me this? She said, I was going to tell you this. I was going to tell you after we stopped filming. After the show was done. Baby, I'm telling you, I ain't never been on Nick's side this whole time. I ain't never been on Nick's side this whole time. But once she said that, I was going to tell you after we finished filming the show, period, the whole thing. Yeah, I would have got up and I would have got up out of there. He said, don't touch me. You know what? I'm going to need my space. I'm going to need to get the fuck out of here. Because, bitch, that would have picked... What? What? You want to know what that reminded me of? I wanted Nick to crash out just like, y'all got to remember. Was it American Idol? Nope, not American Idol. American Next Top Model. I think it was season 1 where Sandy was on there, the little meat girl, skinny, tall, white girl. And she had a boyfriend. And she fucked around and had sex over there while she was on the show. And she called her boyfriend and she told him. And he was like, oh my God, you had sex? That baby, she was like, oh my God. He was like, you have sex over that phone. I said, oh, his voice went up so high. He had to know that he probably never knew that he could. That's what Nick reminds me of. Okay, and Nick, I would have been okay if you would have crashed out just a little bit. Cause Sandy is playing games with you, boy, and she don't like you. She can say that she don't like you like that. Okay, your heart, you done so much shit to turn her ass off, and you just gonna have to deal with it at this point. But that was episode 7. Y'all tell me how y'all felt about it, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.